If you're anything like me, sometimes you struggle to get out of bed, sometimes you struggle to leave the house, just because life isn't in order. Things aren't put in order. I need someone to just come along and just rank things, everything. I don't mean just all the major things, I mean the tiny things, the important things, the itsy bitsy little things that when I walk out I'm like, God, who's gonna rank street paving? Welcome to Ranking It, the show where I put your life in order so you don't have to. Sit back, relax, enjoy knowing after this video you'll be a little bit more certain about some aspects of life. Starting off, lots of you have pets, I have pets, but what is the best pet shit to pick up? Number 3, I have never had one, although I have heard their shit is atrocious at times, cat shit. I agree, the self-maintaining aspect of a cat seems pretty great. The fact that they will just kind of go to one part of the house and just caca in their litter tray, that seems pretty sick. However, if they don't, do they just do it in any part of the house? Like, could they, because cats can get anywhere, like, could they just do it behind, like, the TV? Could they just do it behind a sofa? Like, that would be grim. Trying to get in there and, like, getting really... Number 2 is dog caca. Dog caca, it's just alright. Averagely, it's okay. If you've got a healthy dog, if they do a healthy shit, sometimes you're like kind of proud of it. Sometimes you pick it up and you're like, yeah, that's a good caca right there. I'm clearly feeding you well. Other times, when they're doing those soft serves, ugh, that is some vile stuff. And sometimes they look at you in the eyes. They look at you in the eyes and they know you're picking up my shit. They sit there, they squat and they look at you and like, that's for you. Before we get into number 1, I had a debate with Maria and my mother about horse shit. They thought horse shit was better than dogs. Now, they were trying to convince me, but like, doesn't a horse shit like that amount? Do you know what I mean? Like, they were saying it's like one firm ball. I could just like tee up. But like, I've seen enough horse shit. Like, some of them can do like a shovel worth. And that is effort. Like, to clear out a stable of horseshit must be a pain. So, what is number 1? Number 1, the best animal, the best pet shit to pick up. A rabbit. Trust me, I had indoor rabbits as a kid for a little while before they came outdoor rabbits. But indoor rabbits, they all just caca, and they're like tiny little pellets. You know, they're like darts, like you could just have some of that. They are tiny, little perfect, just not even a hassle, no issues, no dramas. Grab a little tissue paper, just, there's so much theatrics with all other cacas, apart from rabbits. It is a simple procedure. Let me rattle you through this one. Ranking cutlery. Number 3, a spoon. Number 3, a knife. I feel like it's pretty... Number 3, a knife. Number 3 is a knife. Very rare that I need a knife to actually cut up food properly. I don't know, do I? It's really difficult, this one. I'll show you the outtakes. I've tried to rank cutlery now a couple of times on short. I have a list down there, but I don't think that's accurate. I'm actually really struggling to rank cutlery, and I'll give you reasons why. All of them are used for different things, and they work best together, so it's hard to rank them individually. However, we can. I put the spoon at 3rd originally because I thought you only needed it for soup, but then I was like, I really like soup, and without it you can't really have soup. Fork is number 1, unanimous. Okay, we're committing to this. Number 1, fork is the best thing. The best puddings are eaten with a fork, the best meals are eaten with a fork. Number 2 is a spoon. I like spoons, they're less threatening than a knife. And number 3 is a knife. Don't really like them. That is, we're done it. The main one, podcasts. Podcasts are incredible, long format. I personally really enjoy them, so let me tell you the best podcast you should be listening to. Number 3 is football podcasts. I could do a whole another ranking it on the best football podcast. And maybe I will. If you want to see that, maybe let me know. But I just rattled off a few. The Tifo Football Podcast, very good, in-depth analysis. Sunday Vibes Extra Time is a good bit of fun and a bit further analysis of it. BR Football Ranks is a very funny football show, and it is also quite analytical, and it's enough for you. They basically rank football. Well, if you didn't know, I like that. Yeah, I'm kind of into that. Of course, there's the Watford one from the Rookery End that is now sponsored by the Athletics. Congratulations to you guys, that is pretty sick. They're actually a really good podcast from the Rookery End. It's been going for over 10 years, so it's got that longevity. It's got a good connection with the fans, and it is just well run. To top the football podcast off, we're going to go with Lineker and Baker. Mainly because it is football related, talking about Lineker's stories and Baker's stories in football, but it's not like current football, and you can kind of listen to it as a neutral. Enjoy that. Number two, it's the Joe Rogan podcast. I learn so much information from that. This podcast is great. It's so diverse, so many people are on it. It's consistently amazing. I gain so much information out of it because I'm listening to experts in their field. I'm listening to people that have lived the most extraordinary lives. I'm having a laugh whilst I'm listening to them, so it's engaging. It keeps my brain engaged. Don't get me wrong, some of them aren't my favourites, some of them aren't great, I've turned some off. However, considering how many come out, you'd be amazed at how many people you would be fascinated to listen to. But it's not number one, because number one is the Off Menu podcast. This is a funny show. It's got two of my favourite comedians in, James Acaster and Ed Gamble. So they get a celebrity on. James Acaster is a magical genie waiter. They ask him, just pick your favourite meal. Whatever you want, let's have it. Give me a time, give me a place, give me a story, make it up, do what you want. It's a funny podcast. James and Ed do so well to carry it and keep the comedy going all the way through. If you're into food, listen to the Off Menu. If you're into comedy, listen to the Off Menu. If you're into an hour, 40 minutes to an hour of good fun, listen to it. I could not recommend it more. Ranking coffee. I needed coffee today. I could really do with a coffee. I like coming this close. I like hold the tripod and we talk intimately for a minute, because coffee's an intimate drink, I think. Number three, a cappuccino. I quite like a cappuccino. It's all round pretty decent. I get chocolate on top. I like to spoil myself like that. I think it's the fact that a latte and a flat white are so similar. I'm looking for something more foamy. I'm looking for something that it's like thicker. I can sit there and I like hold it like this, and it's nice. Number two, I've been craving this, and it's winter, and I can't wait for the summer to have it. Iced coffee. Iced coffee is the dog's bollocks. That shit is unreal. So good. And you know it's nice when they come in those like jam jar things and that, yeah, you're being all hipster, but I don't care, it tastes nice. I shave my head, I'm allowed to be a hipster. God. Number one is an espresso. An espresso is unbelievable. Sometimes the best mornings you can wake up is with an espresso. You wake up, you head downstairs, you make an espresso. Or even better, you wake up, you go to a coffee shop and you have an espresso. That is the dream. That is what is good right now. And that's been your ranking it for this week. So if you've enjoyed, leave me a like, leave me a comment. Let me know if there's any podcasts you guys listen to. I'm really into them. I really enjoyed them. It'd be great if I could hear about some new ones. I love my ones, but it's just, you gotta keep it open, keep an open mind, listen to some new things, you know? Yeah. So if you enjoy it, watch out for next week's video. I've got something a little bit more interesting coming. I've been working on it for a bit of time now, so hopefully it comes out next week. Should be good. See you guys then. Oh, I just feel fucking cringy this week. I hate it. I really don't like it. I haven't felt good this week, guys. Bye.